Shalom, shalom, Israel. First of all, I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh and our Yusuf Hashem Mashak Shah. Second of all, I'd like to give double honor and glory to the elders taught us this truth and pave the way for us to come to garnish truth. And today I'll be making a video on not vowing, because even though it's not a commandment, we shouldn't vow, because it's not good for man to vow. But the best place to learn about vowing is the book of Numbers 30. Books like the book of Numbers chapter 30, but for time's sake I won't be getting that. But let's go to like one of our forefathers, which this is a psalm or song of Asaph, which was one of our righteous forefathers. And to prove that our forefathers vowed, Psalm 76:11, vow and pray and pay unto the Lord your God. Let all that be round about him bring presents unto him that ought to be feared. So like our forefathers vowed vows unto the Most High and paid it, which is a good thing. And this is what we should do if like we do decide to vow. But vowing can get tricky, because you could try to vow something to the Most High, but you might not have the substantial funds to pay. And this is where most of the video I'm trying to get comes from. I believe it's Proverbs 5. It's not. I think it's it must be Ecclesiastes 5. Ecclesiastes 5:1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Lord, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not what they do. Verse 2. Be not rash with thy mouth. Let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before God. God, you can't be like, oh Moshe, like Moshe, I'm gonna give you 10,000 rubies. Moshe, I'm gonna give you 20,000 chariots. But you can't even buy one ruby or one chariot. For God is in heaven, and thou art upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. Verse 4. When thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it, for he had no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. So like what I was saying earlier, like you can't just like pray to the Most High, be like, oh Most High, I'm gonna give you like 2,000 what's it called? I'm gonna like give you 2,000 sheep and sacrifice them to you, but you can't even buy one sheep. Like that's just like foolish, and the Most High's gonna like punish you for that. What's it called? Verse 5. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than thou shouldest vow and not pay. So it's like better to not vow than to just vow and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before an angel, it was an error. It's like, say the Most High sends an angel upon you, don't be like, oh yeah, I didn't really mean it. Like, I didn't really mean that vow. Like, no, brother, you're going off. Whatever you vow to the Most High, you must pay it. Wherefore should God be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thy hands? So like, you shouldn't vow. Like, it's not a sin. I mean, it's not a sin to vow, but like, wisdom tells you that we shouldn't vow. James 5:12. But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by earth, neither by any oath. But let your yea be yea, and your nay be yea, lest ye fall into condemnation. So like, to God or to man, like we shouldn't like be like we shouldn't like be vowing or making oaths. But like we should just if we can do something, then we just do it. If we can't do it, then we can't do it. But we shouldn't vow. And lastly, the book of Matthew 5, verse 34. Start there. But I say unto you, I actually, start at verse 33. Again, ye have heard that it have been said unto you, said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but thou shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths. I'm pretty sure that's in Numbers 30, verse 34. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, neither by earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. But let your but let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay, for whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. Cons, like, we shouldn't like be vowing or making oaths, but like if we can do something, we should do it. And if we can't, then we can't. But anyways, somebody got edified from this somewhat longer video on how to go about with vows. But anyways, I hope somebody got edified, and I pray that I'll pray for me, I pray for y'all, and I pray that we pray for each other. But I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, and I do so by Simo Mashiach Yahushua. Shalom.